Hello, ninth graders. Welcome back. Another week. I am excited to be with you guys because we are going to be starting some Romeo and Juliet. You've done all sorts of prep work, and it is time to actually get started on reading the thing. And I think with any Shakespeare play or poem or whatever it is, it's hard. It's a little difficult to understand, and people freak out about it. But I'm here to tell you you're going to be fine. You can do this. There's going to be plenty of resources. You have the internet at your hands. Many people have done this. He died over 400 years ago. There's been time to translate his stuff. There's been time to figure it out. So we're going to be just jumping on everyone else's ideas and figuring out what's going on based off what other people have done. And we'll figure it out a little bit for ourselves too. But there are plenty of resources for you if you go to your Schoolsy page. So I'm on the page here. This is fifth hour, but seventh hour, you're going to look the same. And I've got this thing here that says Romeo and Juliet, No Fear Shakespeare. You should use it. It's going to look like this. It's on SparkNotes. If you guys know SparkNotes, a lot of people think they are cheating when they use SparkNotes. It's not. It's a tool. It's there to help you. You should use it. And so they do this thing called No Fear Shakespeare. And so there's two things. There's a translation, which you're going to love. And then there's a study guide, which you also should use to your advantage. And so the study guide, I'll just bring up here. You can see there's summaries of the whole plot. You can go through each act and scene and get summaries. You can get some key questions. You can use videos to help you summarize. There's all sorts of stuff going on here, different character analysis, main ideas of themes, whatever. This is just a wealth of information. But what we're going to do to actually read the play is we're going to use this translation. And this is huge. It has every scene broken down. So let's go to the prologue. You guys read the prologue last week. You had to actually do an assignment where you translated some of the prologue. And look at this. If we go here, you can see, if I can get my scene to scroll, there we go. You have the original text on one side. And it says right here, just like you read, two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge breaks a new mutiny. What does that mean? Well, over here, there's a modern text. In the beautiful city of Verona, where our story takes place, a long-standing hatred between two families erupts into new violence. It's the same thing. It's just for some reason much easier to understand something that's more current than something that's 400 years old. Over time, language evolves and things change. But the truth is also, people didn't speak like this necessarily in Shakespeare's time because not everybody spoke with rhyme every two lines. They didn't match a number of syllables what they're doing. Shakespeare's language is the most impressive part of what he did. And it was all very intentional. And we have to know that that's not just how people spoke. That was something fancy for people at the time. And then it's evolved since then, making it more fancy, more difficult because language is constantly evolving. But use this. This is going to help you. We're going to go through scene one today. And so this is the prologue. You guys went over this. If you're not sure what you wrote down, you can read it right here and get kind of an update on what it is. And this sets up the whole play. And so, spoiler alert, Romeo and Juliet die. You might have known that. I know it's terrible. The actual title of the play is, in fact, The Tragedy of Romeo and Juliet. So it's not too surprising they die. But that's the thing that people think is a big secret. No, it tells us within the first 12 lines of the play. In fact, it says right here, the two unlucky children of their enemies become lovers and commit suicide. So we find out within the first half of the prologue, not only that they die, but how they die. And so it's just a matter of how to get to that. Why is it so bad? If what do the parents do to make this happen? Why did they make these drastic choices? All that stuff is within the play. And so we're going to do that. We're going to read scene one. And so we'll go back to the translation, and there's scene one right there. It tells you a quick little overview. A fight breaks out between the members of the Montagues and the Capulets, which is the two families involved. And look at this. We have a worksheet for you to do. The worksheet right here says on your own. So this is before you even start. Think and write about someone you know who is sick in love. It could be a real person or they could be a fictional story. Any movie you've seen, any TV show, someone that just can't get over somebody else. What do you know about it? And then think about a feud that you know of. And again, this doesn't have to be real life. Where have you seen people that have been on opposing sides before? It could very easily be sports. It could be a rival between musicians. It can be like whatever you can think of where you see a feud. And then we have some questions about the story. Where does it take place? Which we already answered in this video and in the prologue last week. Who tried to break up the fight in City Square? Then you have some questions that go with the actual text. And then at the end, knowing what you read, foreshadow and kind of base what you think Shakespeare's attitude towards Romeo is, knowing that he's all lovesick and kind of wimpy at the beginning. So you got that. Use that. This is due on Tuesday, so you got 2 days to do that. To help you along the way, we got a couple different movies. We have the original 1968 version, which is an actual film, and then we got, just for you guys, a 2020 version done by the Burnsville English language arts teachers that teach ninth grade. So you'll see your teachers in here somewhere. There's this guy you might recognize. Bonus, stay through the credits. You get to see the blooper reel. Who's it going to be? Somebody's going to screw up. Lots of people, one person, who knows? We're not actors, we're teachers. See what happens if you stick to the end of that. But this is it. This is how we're going to do Shakespeare. We're going to do this. We got the translations, we got summaries, we got videos, we have lots of ways to help us understand this. Please use your resources, take your times. By all means, if you got questions, ask. It'd be great. Hope everyone's doing well. Haven't heard a whole lot from everybody, but I've seen a lot of work come in, and so that's a good thing. Just be glad to know I do get, this is the only time I ever put on a collared button-down shirt is when I get to see you guys. So it means you're important to me. I may or may not still be wearing sweatpants as I record this, but I look professional from here to here, and that's something. Who knows? All right. You guys have a good week. Again, if you need anything, please email. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care. We'll see you soon.